lot of it would have to do with my dad, simply because, like I said, he was a professional artist when I was born. So I remember people would send him drawings, whether it be in the mail or whatever. I don't remember. I just remember he'd get these crappy drawings and have to. I remember watching him take these crappy drawings of other people's, and then he'd have to redraw it or whatever. And that's one of my first memories. People in elementary and high school, I remember people getting me to draw like faces with nails and screws and blood and their eyeballs popping out and stuff like that. And I'd draw those for people, and all my classmates would really like get off on me drawing these things for them and giving them out on the school bus or whatever. I remember that. That's probably the first memory of an actual drawing that I remember somebody actually liking of mine and feeling like somebody appreciated what I did. But like I said, I haven't ever known anything other than being an artist. That's all I've known since I was born. Out here because I don't like to be bothered, you know, it's as secluded as I can possibly get. And it's still just right around the corner from Savannah, but it feels like you're a million miles away. But I mean, I'm surrounded by moats full of alligators. It's the safest place I've ever lived. I mean, I'm more afraid of people than I am any animals out here. It's probably the most spiritual medium that I've worked in. But I like computers. I like drawing with pencils. But it definitely, I mean, I love doing it. I love tattooing just for tattooing's sake. But it's also nice to pay the bills with my artwork. My problem here is that I can color this several different ways. If I get highly detailed and try to do like textures and stuff like that, the price is going to go up. Choose the right tool to do the right job. Really very similar to painting or any other type of art, you know. I guess really the first time that I knew I was going to take it seriously is when I decided to go to art school, and at that point I knew I was definitely getting serious about it. And when they accepted me at SCAD, I remember dropping all of my math classes in high school, which I felt really good about. But I didn't need those to go to art school, so I hated math. Anybody has any rare records out there they want to trade for tattoos? But I do collect glow-in-the-dark stuff too. Any kind of weird, rare glow-in-the-dark stuff I'll take. You know, I've been tattooing a little over 6 years, going on 7 years now. And really, I didn't feel completely comfortable with the whole thing until about 2 years ago, I guess. That long for me to really just feel like now when I tattoo I feel really comfortable. I could almost do it in my sleep. It took a long time to get to that point. Michu, the smallest man in the world. I look at myself as almost a, well, you know, traditionally tattooing was done in tribal cultures as a rite of passage, and It was done oftentimes by the shaman or somebody that was of that sort of respect in the tribal group. Consider myself some sort of modern version of that. A lot of time I'm looking into people's heads and trying to decipher what they're trying to say about themselves, and then I interpret it and illustrate it on them. So it's very spiritual for both people. 15 to 20 years ago, you wouldn't find a good tattoo artist. There just wasn't any such thing. I mean, there's okay people, but there weren't artists in the field. And I'd say in the last 15 years, mostly the last 10, you've got a lot of fine artists that are moving into the field now. And that's drastically changing. People are pulling off things on the skin that guys, when they first started tattooing, they never imagined that could be done, and it's a whole art form unto itself, and people just don't even realize it yet. People are so closed-minded about the whole thing. If you peeled the skin off somebody and framed it and put it on the wall, I guarantee you some of the things I did your grandmother would like. But as soon as they realize it's on the person's body, their whole attitude towards it changes. That's really the biggest difference. I mean, and that is because artists have gotten into the field and the techniques have been refined. People are starting to get a lot more creative with techniques. The inks, the supplies, all the equipment is getting more refined. It's almost getting surgical grade to a certain degree. And the inks are a lot finer and brighter and safer. People are being a lot safer and a lot more conscious of what they're doing. And like I said, the creativity is just really exploding right now. Right now what we have in the field is Van Goghs and Picassos and Jackson Pollocks and George O'Keeffe, you name it. You know, there's a version of the painting artist in the tattoo world, and it's just nobody's seen it yet. Nobody recognized it, but when they do, it's going to be crazy, and that's the reason I'm sticking in it for now.